Welcome back to the 4th episode of The Gods of A. How's everyone feeling today?
Spookins? Ready?
Spookins?
Ready for spookins.
There's nothing in this episode that's spookins, other than the fact that we just lost Chapman. Chapman, where the hell did you go?
I'm here. Why my computer just died, so I'm on my phone for a second, but I plugged it in and it's restarting.
That was a quick shift.
We're used to
Nothing
this
scarier than technology.
Yay.
Alright, take 2. Marker. Welcome back.
There's a marker if you don't make a sound. Oh, sorry.
But I did. I clapped.
Oh. Well, I'm just wrong on all counts.
It's like you didn't read How to Shoot a Feature Film for Under $10,000 and Not Go to Jail, the seminal filmmaking textbook from 2001.
That was my first mistake.
Yep. Yeah. Marker. Welcome back to another episode of The Gods of A. How's everyone feeling?
As previously stated, ready for spookins.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't know that.
The audience doesn't know that.
But the audience knows it now.
They know it now.
We ready to jump in?
Yup.
Okay. What did we do last time?
We went on Stan's radio show, and it went super good.
No notes.
Oh, when we visited Summers, Jim Summers, whatever his name.
The newspaper man.
Office. Yes, the newspaper man. That's much easier to remember.
And he was weird.
Yes.
I did have a question about Mr. Summers that I didn't think of until after the session when we were talking, and I put up my sensitive. Would I have noticed that he was supernatural, or just like he knows about supernatural?
Give me I believe it's an intellect roll.
Okay.
And you get an asset.
I do.
What other skills would be associated with this?
Occultism? Question mark?
Sure.
I got those 2 things going for me.
Are you using effort?
Probably not.
Okay. So 2 assets.
Wait. I'd prefer it if you went into the dice tower. It's going to be a 10.
10. He's hard to read.
Hard to read.
Mm-hmm. What did we learn? What did we get from Jim Summers other than he's hard to read?
We got that the newspaper article is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Magic, supernatural, spooky stuff. He gave me a weird little statue. He gave me some stuff that I can do.
He had a scrap of paper on his desk that said Choir of the Word that seemed important.
He said that going to Crimson Hill would be dangerous, but that my magic-y, supernatural sensitivity stuff could be helpful.
Also, he wants a souvenir.
Said if there was any story that we find there that he would love to know about it. Then we went to the cave, and I got a noose that does question mark. I need to identify it.
Does question mark. So you guys entered the cave, you found a noose. You got in the elevator and began your descent.
Bernie checked the elevator before we got in it.
Mm-hmm. How far did you go down? You remember? Sybil?
700 feet.
750 feet.
Oh, okay.
Which is worth noting because you were already 15 feet underground.
I love that for us.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some spooky friends on the outside of our cage on the way down.
Just a few.
Which is very spooky in this context, but in the... We met the person who made the skin skitters, and he described them as very cute. And I love them. So they're very spooky here.
Shout out to Tan.
Yeah.
No, the skin skitters are totes adorable and also nightmare fuel at the same time. Okay. And what did you find when you got out of the elevator?
Skin wall.
Yeah, which is worse than skin skitters.
And next to the skin wall was a table with some cutting implements.
Mm-hmm. In the sense that the knives are keys that need the right lock.
The Lord is down to see in trouble. last time we called, the line went dead. Deep in those canyons, deepest shadow, Vesta where the angels fear the land. We sent our posse out, deputized, professionals, well practiced and researched. But wander in those hills too long, you don't come back the same. You've grown a stranger, stranger still than when you left. Oh Lord, seems folks are disappearing, replaced by those who wear them like a mask. The canyon mouths have grown, getting deeper. The shining eyes look out there from their depths. We sent our posse out, deputized, professionals, well practiced and researched. They wandered in those hills too long. They came back home, but came back wrong. We had to tell the papers they got lost. Lord, seems to me I'm being followed. I can feel it getting closer, man in gray. I know it's been a while since I called you. Just tell me, is it you or God today?
You have this skin wall in front of you, stitched together, and across it are these various different tattoos. And it looks like it's been here a while. The skin is aged and worn.
Do the knives look like they match any of the tattoos? Like, do the knives have similar carvings on them?
Give me an intellect roll.
Oh no.
How we
I got a
starting?
1.
You got a 1.
I also got a 1 when I shook up my die at the start of the day. So that's 2 in a row.
Get him out of the way.
This I got this die set for my birthday, and it has only hurt me since.
Sybil. Not Sybil. Bernie. When you go to investigate. So Sybil,
Yeah.
you watch as Bernie goes to investigate.
Yeah.
She picks up one of the knives to check and see if maybe it matches one of the tattoos on the wall. Bernie, are you up to date on your tetanus shot?
So Bernie is not the sort of person who would track this, but the question is, would they make her get tetanus shots when she started working for the Eidolon Institute?
I would like to think that they would, but they are also incredibly understaffed, and it's kind of a general question of whether or not Bernie would.
I mean, I feel like if someone reminded her of her tetanus shot, she would make the attempt to get it.
Okay.
How long has she been working there? How many months?
2, 3.
She would not have gotten it by now.
So how about this? Bernie, take 1 point of stress because you aren't sure if you got your tetanus shot within the last 10 years.
Is there any downside to getting it more than once?
Get your tetanus shot more than once?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure I got mine again when I moved here because I couldn't remember, and I got my new job, and I got it in a few months.
Okay, in that case,
do
Sybil
it.
is going to make a note to be like, okay, we're going to the hospital when we get out of this.
Sybil,
Uh-huh.
you find something.
Ooh.
You find a card. Depicting a... It's not on the table. It's kind of just off to the side, kind of just scattered, right, on the ground.
Okay.
And the card you pick up depicts a powerful, authoritative figure seated on a throne. And if you flip it over, you'll see a quatrain.
A what?
A quatrain?
I don't know what that is.
Aren't you a published poet?
Yeah,
Not of quatrains, I'm going to guess.
not a quatrain.
Quatrain is a stanza of 4 lines, especially one having alternate rhymes.
All the poetry I wrote was not structured. Free verse, baby, no rules.
Gemin, aren't you a published poet as well?
Yeah, but it wasn't a query for me. I didn't want to just jump in there. I know quatrains, iambs, feated verses.
I think at this point, Sybil would either pull out like a notepad or her tablet and like type something out on it to show to Bernie and Stan. Just because she realizes that the elevator made a lot of noise, and probably being quiet is a good thing to do, even though we've already made a lot of noise. I think I want to ask, typed out, do we send the elevator back up as like a diversion? And let's be quiet as we move forward. But I'll also show them the card.
How long did it take us to come down the shaft? Like the order of like a minute or
Yep.
2? I feel like if we want to leave, we don't want to wait. We aren't going to want to wait an extra minute or 2 for it to
There
come
are-
down.
How many trips that elevator's got left in it, any?
There are the stairs still.
Bro.
Stairs
How
would
much
take
cardio does Sybil do?
Say,
Sybil, probably not a lot, but is it worth it to make a monster think we're not here? Like we came down, saw a skin wall, and then left? Because we do still have egress with the stairs, even if it'll take longer.
I will throw out there that if you do need to make a quick getaway, adrenaline probably will not get you up 750 feet of stairs.
Hey,
Not fully.
Can Bernie look at the elevator mechanism and try to make it go up some of the distance? So it sounds like we left, but she'd be able to get it back down more quickly. Maybe like a quarter of the distance, so it's like half a minute for it to come back down or something like that.
Sure.
If she can like hit an emergency stop from the ground controls.
Give me an intellect roll.
So I've learned a lesson. I am going to use some effort here because I do not trust my pretty dice.
Okay.
Also, I'll help.
Okay. 2 assets.
Oh, and I have equipment operations that I'm trained in.
3.
So I think that's 3 assets. And I will spend my intellect points. I'm sure I won't need those later. This is fine. This is planning and strategy, which I'm great at, guys. 11 plus 3 assets.
You're pretty sure there's a way to make it do that on its own. But the best you can come up with in this dark chamber with this wall of skin and these knives is you're going to have to get in the elevator, ride up a little ways, turn off the elevator, which you can do, open the gate, and then come down the stairs.
Cool. I think there's no problem with this. How close is the elevator to the stairs? How difficult will that transition be? Or is there like a rope we could try to the elevator that she could slide down?
The stairs wrap around the elevator cage.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I'm down. Bernie does this.
Okay. You all hear just the juddering screech of metal as the elevator begins to ascend. And you can just kind of see Bernie's light as it begins to grow smaller and smaller. How far are you going up? The 750 feet?
Not, maybe like 50 feet. She doesn't want
Okay.
the elevator to be immediately visible from the ground, and she wants it to sound like it left, but not be so far that like Sybil's going to collapse if we need to run up the stairs to get to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bernie has sent as a bike messenger. She has calves of steel.
Bernie,
E.
take an XP.
Oh no.
Give out an XP to somebody else.
I'm gonna give it to Sybil because she'll hopefully keep me from getting tetanus in the future.
Mm-hmm. As you are preparing to disconnect and stop the elevator, there's a judder and a bit of a grinding, like, tension, and the elevator collapses. "14 feet before it kind of wedges to a stop."
Yeah, sure, it's fine. Elevators do this all the time. It just wasn't expecting to have its emergency stop button hit. And so I'm sure the elevator emergency stopped just a little lower in case it thought I wanted that. And we're friends because it's a friendly elevator and everything's fine down here. No, Bernie's gonna go back down to the skin wall.
Okay. As you step out of the elevator, and you've got to kind of like, it's a bit of an awkward, you've got to climb up onto the stairs, you see a card.
I will pick it up. Take a look at it. Does it look like it was deliberately placed? Is it like lying on the stairs?
Yeah, just,
Or
I
is it,
mean,
like, propped up, kind of.
oh, just lying. It's certainly not, you know, left with any form of intention.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this card shows a young, carefree figure wearing colorful, whimsical clothing with a bag slung over their shoulder.
Huh.
And on the back side, you see some text.
Mm-hmm. "A fool you'd name me for shunning danger, that I should beget this atrocity. For I am hunted by a dark stranger, all for a lack of curiosity."
Yeah, Cassie, did you read yours out loud?
I said I showed it to them because I was trying not to talk as much as possible.
Would you mind reading it aloud for our listeners and viewers at home?
Yes. "As emperor, my world did I control, but what home I had was torn from me. Therefore, my recompense shall take this toll, that laws or rules from which you'll find me free."
I'm sure there's definitely no symbolic tones with our characters in these quatrains that we each found. Definitely not.
Would I run that type of horror game?
No, definitely not. Very, very shallow, one-level dungeon master you are. Game master.
I know you're just being sarcastic, but it still hurts.
No, Shane!
Can I... Is my sensitive still up from when we came in the cave, or do I have to, like, put it up again?
I'll say it's running out. You're in the last couple of minutes, but...
Okay, I want to at least look at my card that I have, and then probably Bernie's as well, once she makes it back down to us.
Sure.
Bernie will be as quiet as she can going down these stairs.
Give me a speed roll for stealth.
15.
15. Okay. Sybil, you catch just a whisper of Bernie coming down the stairs, but overall, the quietest your intern has ever been. I'm assuming when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you immediately start talking.
She starts and then sees Sybil's face and stops.
I think I want to see how loud I think whispering could be, because typing out stuff does take a long time, but if that's what it has to be, it has to be. But I think I want to see how loud a whisper is.
Sure. Give me an intellect roll.
Okay.
I guess give me a speed roll because it's basically stealth.
Sure. 14.
14 and a 15. Stan, you want to give me a speed roll as well?
Speed roll. 14.
All right. You guys are in lockstep.
Acts like we've been here before.
Dream team has come together, guys.
Stan, what are you looking for?
Actually, while all of the elevator stuff is going on, I would like to use my applied observation skill on the wall of skin.
Okay.
You observe or study a creature, object, or location for at least once around. The next time you interact with it, a related task is eased. Action. It's 2 int, but I just bumped my int edge to 2, so does that make it free? I'm struggling to remember exactly how edge works here.
Yes.
Cool.
It does make it free.
Yeah, that's what I was 80% certain on that, but I want to double check. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing this whole time, is just sort of sitting there and looking over the skin, trying to memorize the tattoos, see if there's anybody I recognize in there.
Oh no.
Give me an intellect roll.
It's an 18.
Gotcha. Nothing you immediately recognize. Not a person you recognize. There's no like Uncle Jim. I would know that.
Tattoo anywhere?
Yeah, that pinup girl tattoo.
Oh, it's Aunt Marcia from back in the day.
There are. I mean, how would I put this? There are other tattoos interspersed, but these are the tattoos that kind of leap out at you. But, what was that intellect roll?
18?
18. They do look familiar. You're pretty sure you've got your dad's journal, yeah?
Yeah.
You're pretty sure you've seen some of these symbols before.
Oh, interesting.
I'm assuming you start going through dad's journal.
Yeah, we'll cross-reference here a little bit. I also want to take some note to see if I can tell the relative ages of the skin here. Not as in the age of the person it came from, but like how long this wall has been around, if it's been actively constructed over a long period of time, or what's the deal?
This wall is older than it should be. It is aged past the point where human skin would look like this. Unless it had been preserved in some way, or, turned into leather, gone through some kind of processing. Also, you go for your dad's journal?
Yeah, we'll do some cross-referencing here.
Cool. A card falls out.
Mm-hmm. Not
I
ominous.
wonder how many lines are on it.
Well, now I don't want to tell you, because you're being...
Quick, write a 5th line. Throw me off.
I refuse. Stan. You see a figure standing with one hand raised toward the heavens and the other pointing down, and they're wearing robes. And on the back is a quatrain.
Wish I'm gonna lose my kin. Child orphaned by a roll that dies. My mom and dad swallowed by evil within. Their legacy did I sacrifice. Huh.
Do you want to read it and not mumble into your hand?
Oh, no, Stan's absolutely just mumbling this into his hand. Somebody's going to have to ask for it.
Bernie will go over and, pull his hand away from his mouth. Louder?
What magician am I to lose my kin? The child orphaned by a roll of the dice, mom and dad swallowed by evil within, and their legacy did I sacrifice.
Do I get the sense that these are relevant to the skin wall puzzle, or are these just spooky and connected to us?
I'll say no roll required. They are part and parcel of the skin wall. You've got 3 tarot cards of a sort. There are 3 cutting implements, and quick count, 15 symbols, 15 tattoos on the wall.
You said skin as I was copying down the magician poem, so I wrote down, what magician am I to lose my skin?
Well.
Don't spoil the end of the dungeon, Cassie.
I like my skin.
So it's Skin Tom.
At least Braden Creighton's not down here. It could be so much worse.
Don't say that, it'll show up. It's like Bloody Mary, but you only have to say it once.
Okay, so... I'm trying to see if, like, the words of the poems match up with the symbols that I'm seeing in the skin wall. But I'm not feeling much of a connection. I do have a sinking suspicion that we're going to need to cut these sections of skin out and piece them together based off of the shapes.
Everybody give me an intellect roll.
17.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
Would perception help here?
This is more history.
I'm trained in history.
Cool. What'd you roll?
An 8.
Okay. Stan, flipping through your father's journal, you are familiar with, or your father at the very least was familiar with a concept that some people had tried to create a taxonomy regarding the supernatural.
Taxonomy, you say?
Yeah. I was like, I'm using this word correctly. Yeah, the scientific study of naming, defining, circumscribing, and classifying groups of biological organisms based on shared characteristics.
Yeah.
You are familiar with some of these proposed, again, taxonomies. I'm curious, what would Stan make of this? There's kind of a lack of in-depth information in his father's journal, which would lead one to conclude that his father didn't really dive very deeply in this topic. But what does Stan think of the idea that you could take supernatural occurrences and categorize them and create a taxonomy?
I think he's into the idea, but questioning whether taxonomy standard would be the best way to go about it. Stan's all about categorization of these things, but it's more on what they want than what they are.
How is what they want linked to what they are?
I don't think Stan thinks
there's a...
So I think Stan would very much grate against this idea then. Basically, give me a recovery roll. Roll me a d6 and add 1.
3. With the 1 added.
What your dad marked down that you can find right now is the fear of manipulation, mind control, and unseen puppeteers. The fear of destruction, pain, and cruel, senseless loss. The fear of being prey, pursued, or the primal urge to kill. And next to each of these is a symbol. Next to the fear of manipulation, mind control, and unseen puppeteers is, and it's your father's sketch, so it doesn't match what's on the wall, but I mean, a spider web is a spider's web.
Sure.
The fear of destruction, pain, cruel, senseless loss is accompanied by the image of 3 candles. And the fear of being prey, pursued, or the primal urge to kill is a creature's maw, and within it a set of antlers and a bow and arrow. Or at least you think it's a bow and arrow? Your dad wasn't much of an artist. Like, the antlers are good. The bow and arrow... That might also be a Remington. Dad.
Not an artiste.
Hmm.
Are you feeding off fear? Or are you just happening upon it? Interesting. I'd like to go look at those knives.
Bernie's gonna be like, careful, they're sharp.
Heard.
Stan, they are not terribly sharp, they are just very rusty.
Takes real talent to cut yourself with one of these.
True. Thankfully, Stan knows, as Javin does, that tetanus doesn't actually come from rust. Interesting fun fact of the day.
Right, it's like a bacteria that gets entered through the cut. It's like finding
Yeah,
poop.
it comes from dirt. So the idea that it comes from rust is because most of the time you're stepping on something that's rusty. It's oftentimes also in the dirt.
I'm sorry, what did you say you were doing? I got caught up in the fun fact about rust and tetanus.
Looking at the knives.
Look at the knives.
Yeah.
They are... Well, they're skinning knives.
Yeah, drags. All of them?
Yeah, like, looking over them, you do not get the sense that the knives are particularly important. Like, there's a world where the knives are associated with a symbol and a tarot card, but you kind of suspect that these knives are interchangeable.
But, importantly, if they're all skinning knives, it means we're not dealing with a butcher. Just something... It's only interested in the skins.
Did you say that there was like a specific number of knives, or is just a table of knives?
3.
3 total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if the knives aren't unique, it's probably not each knife going to a different tattoo. Bernie would like to take a knife and go poke the skin wall with it.
Cool.
She's first going to do like just a gentle poke on a section without a tattoo, and then a poke near a tattoo like she were going to cut it out into one of these shapes to look suspiciously like they would fit into a circle around a rounded center like those 3 rounded ones.
Okay, so you're poking it twice. With a knife, both times?
Both times with the knife.
Cool.
Yes, Bernie is not going to touch the wall with her fingers. Wait, actually, Bernie goes up to Sybil, do you have any gloves? Sybil seems like a nitrile gloves kind of person.
I feel like probably Sybil will grab some stuff, especially since she is a little prone to crime. She might have some gloves on her, but
Sure.
I will leave that to Shane to determine whether or not that's actually true.
You can have fucking gloves.
I don't know, man. I didn't think of having them before.
Listen, when you decide that randomly you have the antimatter ray, we might need to have a discussion, but if it's like, yeah, I brought some chapstick, I'm not gonna, like, bust your balls about it. I'm sorry, did you pay the $3 at the general store to get those gloves? Then no. Anyway.
Okay, I also...
We did go by the dollar store.
We did go by the dollar store or the gas station to get some water bottles. We
Also-
got some other stuff.
You're not supposed to touch cave formations with your hands.
That's true.
It's bad for them.
I also did have the thought that Sybil is probably the pocket knife type of person, but I didn't know if that would muck up with a knife puzzle, so...
You can also have a knife.
Okay.
Sybil, Bernie, you have your gloves. Give me an attack roll.
Six.
6. You take 1 point of stress. And unfortunately for all of your attempts to be quiet, the wall screams.
Oh, I don't like this. Does it have a mouth? How does it scream? Where's the airflow?
Have you ever seen a subwoofer?
fascinating.
The wall,
What are the boundary conditions of the wall?
it's growing up and over the walls.
Okay. Oh, the wall is growing and attached to things. You ever seen someone like take a blanket and they like have their feet and their arms in it and then they like envelop a small animal for cuddles or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernie's gonna step the fuck away from the wall.
As you do, the screaming vibration settles.
Bernie will put the knife down gently and not touch it again
Okay.
for a little bit.
Cool. Did Stan share? Stan shared what he found, yeah?
Say again? Yeah. Now this is interesting.
I think Sybil's still going to talk quietly, but I think, the jig is up, the wall screamed.
I mean, maybe it just does that on its own. Who knows?
So the question in my mind is, are they still alive or just acting like it? And Stan's gonna put his hand to the wall there,
Okay.
and try and talk to it.
Okay.
Just a quick, anybody in there?
You don't get a response.
All right. Not much life left. You're old as hell, ain't you? Huh.
You cannot conclude whether or not this wall is mindless or not.
Do I get the sense that we need to cut out symbols or just kind of stab the correct symbol?
Give me an intellect roll. 4. Could go either way.
I think
What's
symbols.
our goal here? Do we want to go through the skin wall? Is seeing the skin wall enough?
We were trying to track down Skint Tom. I feel like most people seeing the wall would be enough to be like, well, nope, I'm out of here. But I don't know if we should continue our investigation or just be like, well, that's enough of that.
Are we having this conversation in character? Or is this
Oh, Bernie is saying this after the wall screamed at her when she poked it with a knife.
I don't know about you all, but something down here is killing kids. I'd rather it stop.
I'm convinced.
And I think what's behind it is likely on that wall, and these poor saps are just about dead already if they aren't yet. So, give me one of the knives, would you?
So real quick, what all evidence do you guys have? What clues have you collated?
Oh, we've got the Quattros there.
You've got the symbols from your dad's journal.
Which is what I'm about to start working on now.
And we have 3 knives, 3 cards, 3 symbols.
3 people.
Also, Sybil.
Stab at the same time?
It does feel like there's a symbol we should each stab at the same time if it's not cutting the parts out.
Sybil. I will also just throw this out there because I think even in this context, Sybil's got a thing for journals from other people. I'm curious if Sybil... I guess I'll throw this out there. Stan's pretty sure that the rest of these symbols are hidden somewhere in his dad's journal. He's just not finding them right now.
Stan will hand the journal over to Bernie. Bernie, he hasn't witnessed try and steal something from somebody already.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me if you can find the rest of the symbols in here. I'm going to get started. And he is going to start by trying to cut out one of I think we're going to start with the spider web here.
Just want to say,
yeah, the spider.
Bernie literally tried to steal a magnet or something when we were in the newspaper office.
Oh, I thought it was Sybil who tried to steal. Oh, no,
that was Bernie.
That's right. Yeah. No, Sybil tried to steal something from B.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Here's the thing. I don't know if Stan would have even noticed that.
That's true. All right, fine. I'll hand it over to Sybil then.
No.
You don't have to.
Stand, though.
All right, well, we won't play Who Does Dad Love More here. We'll just sort of hand it between the two of you and see who grabs it.
Stan, just put the damn thing on the table.
Why don't you see if you can find the rest of the symbols in here, huh? I'm going to get started.
Okay.
And knowing and preparing himself for the screaming that will ensue, he's going to cut out the spider web from the top left corner there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Stan, you approach. It's kind of up higher, so you got to reach a bit. You try and stab the wall. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. The knife slides in. And blood begins to pour from the wound.
I didn't think it would do that.
And for a penny and for a pound.
The knife dissolves in your hand.
Well, they ain't coming with us, huh? All right, one's down.
Who's looking at the journal?
I do think Sybil would jump on that. If you, like, just kind of put it down and said, look for something, I think Sybil would absolutely, like, go for that.
Okay. Roll me a d6 and add 1.
It's going to be a 3.
Sybil, you find, well, 3 more symbols. Stan, just kind of in general, what kind of things would be in Rob's journal?
It's a lot of, like, I feel like it's a lot of very short sentences describing in a matter-of-fact way some weird shit he saw. Like,
Sure.
Went out, rescued kid from dog, not a dog. Dog started speaking Japanese, killed dog.
Good. Sybil, you find 3 illustrations and the accompanying descriptions. It's the fear of being watched, exposed, or having no privacy. And it is, surprise, surprise, associated with an eyeball. The fear of bodily vulnerability, consumption, and dehumanization, which is associated with a stitched together bit of skin, and a fear of losing reality, madness, and distorted perceptions, represented by a spiral.
Did the symbol on the wall disappear when Stan stabbed it, or did it just start to bleed?
Oh, everybody give me an intellect roll.
10.
Oh, God.
1.
This is my 3rd one, including the one before the game started.
Bernie does not see. As blood pours from the tattoo of the web, the skin kind of shudders and rips free, flops, like tears through the stitches, and flops out of sight on the other side of the wall. And you hear a wet smack. Yeah.
You know, we're kind of wrecking your arts and crafts project out here. You could always just come and chat with us.
There's no response.
I do think Sybil would have, like, documented the wall with her little tablet, and then also now taken pictures of the symbols she finds in the journal, so she can have a spreadsheet or a cross-reference document of some sort.
Sure.
If Stan sees you taking pictures of the journal, he is going to hover nearby very anxiously.
Because it's just documenting the symbols and what they correlate to, I think she will show him that, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just, keep it on that page. Digital media,
Sybil now has made a mental note to get more access to this journal.
All right. What was that, Bernie?
Can Bernie have a flip through journal looking for more symbols now?
No.
No.
Yes. I mean, up to Stan.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just be careful with the pictures, huh?
And Bernie will use her careful observation while she's flipping through to also see what else pops out.
Roll me a d20. Let me know if you're using effort.
Yeah, so it's a perception roll. I'm trained in perception.
Okay.
I will also use 1 level of effort.
Okay.
Rolled an 8.
Okay. Roll 1d6 and add 1.
I rolled a 2, so it's a 3.
3. And you get 1 fact from careful observation, so a 4.
I now understand what those rolls are.
Mm-hmm.
That took me a while.
So you do track down a handful more symbols. You have the fear of death and inevitability of mortality, the fear of the unfamiliar, the uncanny, and the inhuman masquerading as human, the fear of isolation, abandonment, and emotional disconnection, and the fear of decay, filth, disease, infestation, and bodily invasion.
Lovely. Fun things.
And you see some sketches of hourglass, theater masks, what appears to be swirling fog, and worms.
I'm so annoyed because some of these are so easy to sketch for my notes, and some of them are not. Like, how am I supposed to sketch skin stitched together and find that easily later? Devastating.
Oh, the worms also seem to be encircling a heart.
Yeah. We found 10 symbols, and there are 15 in the skin wall. But it also kind of seems like one fits each of us more. Marty's gonna take the knife, and she will go stab the mouth with the bow and arrow and the antlers.
So you take the knife and you approach the maw with the antlers. You stab it. Okay. So you place the tip of the knife right there at the center. Do you stab it? Okay. This close, you can feel some residual heat coming off the skin, and even what feels a bit like a pulse. Or it actually, like, it kind of fluctuates or vibrates almost like it's breathing, like lungs expanding and contracting. Do you stab it?
I'm going to make a roll, and if it's above a 10, she does, and if she doesn't, she doesn't. It's a 19. She stabs the fuck out of it.
She stabs it? Okay.
Yeah.
You take 1 point of stress.
That's valid.
And the wall screams at you.
Well,
just this piercing, curdling shriek. And the whole wall kind of contracts and shivers. What are we thinking, guys?
So we've stabbed the maw with the bow and arrow and the web.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did the knife dissolve when I stabbed the maw, like it did for Stan?
No.
No. Okay. Probably wrong then. Just pointlessly stabbed it.
What are you guys thinking about the tarot cards?
It's a useful tool that will help us later. Yeah, I got nothing on the tarot cards at the moment. I will say, just a matter of business, the second Bernie goes to the wall, Stan's taking that journal bag.
Okay. Does anyone investigate the tarot cards?
Yeah. What symbol did Stan stab?
the web.
The web. Yeah, I think Sybil will investigate the tarot cards a little more thoroughly.
The one you found is empty.
Oh.
The Emperor has fled. I mean, maybe. It's just the image is no longer there.
Like, the Emperor, the card is still looking normal, but the Emperor is no longer on it? Like, it walked off the card, or that side of the card is blank?
It's blank. Quatrain is still there, but the card itself is blank.
Can I do careful observation on the tarot cards, too? I don't think I've used it on them yet.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to use effort this time. So just my perception to help with the roll.
Okay.
I rolled a 3. I don't get nothing
No.
from my ability.
Yeah, I mean, the other 2 cards are still there, unchanged. Sometime between when you looked at the cards the first time and I guess presumably when Stan stabbed the web, something changed.
I mean, we stabbed the wall, that changed, and the knife dissolved.
Yep.
My card was associated with that symbol that did not require me, who found this card, to stab it. So, we just need to figure out which symbol is associated with the other 2 cards.
Yeah, yours was the web, fear of manipulation, mind control, and unseen puppeteers.
I think I want to take one of the knives and stab...
Stan.
No.
Okay.
The symbol of the lonely, the clouds.
Okay. So you approach the swirling clouds. And you want to stab it? Okay. So you bring the knife up. I don't know, are you doing like this kind of stab or this kind of stab or?
Where on the wall is
It's a
it?
bit higher. It's one of the closer to the top. So.
Depending on how out of reach it is, probably a poke stab rather than a eh.
All right. So you position the knife. And you've decided to stab it. Blade starts to go in and like catches and rips some skin, and your ears are filled with just this deafening scream. And you take 1 point of stress.
But the knife doesn't dissolve.
Nope.
Mm.
Which one did you think that would associate with?
With... I thought that might be with Stan's card. Orphaned, mom and dad gone, losing kin, being alone was where my mind was.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. I will say take an XP.
Do I give one to somebody else, or is this just an XP point? Okay.
Just an XP point. You got that one. Well, the wall screamed at you, but you feel confident on some level. You're like, that should have worked. I got the right answer, teacher.
No, the skin wall decided it wasn't right.
No, right?
Tell you what, one of you two better make a couple of connections here, because I'm about ready to grab that shotgun and solve this with percussive maintenance.
So I thought mine was the maw because of the hunted part. But maybe it's more the shunning danger and atrocity. So...
Okay, in that case, also, Bernie gets an XP.
Yay. But maybe it's the... destruction pain, perhaps? Hey, Stan, how did you feel stabbing the wall? Were you cool with it?
What you mean?
Like, I did not enjoy doing this.
I mean, nobody likes stabbing a bleeding wall of screaming flesh, but, you know, sometimes it's got to be done.
How upsetting would you find it to stab it again? Because I feel like I would not enjoy stabbing this again.
Give me the knife.
Thank you, Stan.
On a scale from 1 to 10, on a scale from 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with the experience of stabbing the wall of skin?
All right, tell me where you want it.
I think maybe we should try the candles for destruction pain.
Done. Stan's gonna walk up and just sort of grit his teeth and plunge the knife in.
Okay. So you go to the candles. You can also now feel that, like, there's almost like an air current, and you can kind of feel that draft coming through the hole where the web tattoo was, and you can kind of feel this almost like breathing or like the pulse of a heart. You go to stab the candles?
Yeah.
All right. You even feel a little bit of like static electricity, like if you're ever close enough to a person to like feel their presence, that warmth, that again presence just of another human being, another living creature in the world with you. You stab it?
Yep.
Okay. So you place the knife up against it. The wall shudders. Do you stab it?
Yeah.
Okay. You begin to insert the knife, and you catch a little bit of resistance as the skin begins to split. Do you keep pushing?
Oh, I think at this point he sees where this is going. He's just gonna grab the butt of the knife and just hammer it in with his other hand.
Blood spurts out. And like the whole wall kind of stretches like a trampoline being pushed on. That shuddering kind of condenses down like reverse ripples. The candles rip free, kind of fluttering in a breeze that isn't there before skittering off into the dark. And the knife dissolves in your hand. Does anybody look at the tarot cards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The magician is no longer there.
Oh.
Stan's gonna return to the group, pull out a cigarette and light it, and fucking done with this shit.
Thank you, Stan.
Yeah.
You got one left. 2 blank cards, 1 knife remaining, and what? 13 symbols?
So we only know 12 of the symbols, or 10 of the symbols. It could be we have not found the relevant category yet.
It's possible.
Can Bernie look again through the notebook, or is that a one-time option?
Stan took it back. I don't know if he'd be willing to hand it back. I do think that perhaps the eye might be the thing for this last one, for lack of curiosity. That one being all about observing.
Let me take a glance. I'm gonna flip through and see if I can confirm that.
Take an XP.
Who?
Stan. And give an XP to somebody else.
Hey, little.
Okay.
You do not find any more symbols from your father at this time.
The old man's got nothing. Stan's gonna show sort of in the general direction of the holes we've already made in it. All right, we got one more shot, and then I'm just gonna start hacking, brother.
So I think it might be the eye. Is there another one of the ones we know that somebody else might think it might be?
Do you guys want to read through the ones you have found? The fears?
Sure. So we've already got control manipulation used. We tried destruction pain, I think, and it did work. I tried fear of prey, pursuit, urge to kill, and that did not work.
But you got an XP.
But I got an XP. Sybil thinks it might be fear of being watched. There's also dehumanization, which is the skin stitched together, which is what we're seeing here. But it doesn't relate to tarot cards the way that the other ones did.
Mm-hmm.
There's also fear of madness, which might fit. Fear of death, fear of the unfamiliar or uncanny, fear of isolation, abandonment, or fear of decay, filth, and disease. What's the full description of the madness one again?
The madness was the spiral, fear of loss of reality, madness, and distorted perceptions.
So that could fit for the lack of curiosity and shunning danger, perhaps. By like neglecting those things. And then what was the full description of the being watched again?
Fear of being watched, exposed, or having no privacy.
I think I want to use my gut feeling to choose between two options. I think it'd probably be either the eye or the stranger. And when faced with a choice between two known options, you pick the most correct one based on the circumstances. The gut feeling doesn't work if neither of the two choices is the correct one.
Okay, so which two tattoos are you looking at? The eyeball and...
I and the stranger, so the mask.
Sybil, you are possessed of a sudden confidence. You grab the knife, you walk up to the wall, you place the blade where you believe it should go, and this close, and you've been here long enough, you can actually see that there are some hairs on this wall, kind of standing up like goosebumps. You prepare to stab. You actually kind of feel the wall start to pull away from the knife as you bring the tip close. And you're gonna stab. And you feel just that gentle pressure, the prick. It takes very little for the skin to split, and the knife plunges into the masks and begins to pour blood. At which point, the whole of the wall shudders. The masks rip away, tearing through the stitches, skittering into the dark, and the wall kind of begins to flap like sheets, out on a clothesline caught in the wind, as the other symbols begin to tear free and rush off away into the dark until all that remains before you, it's the darkness of the cave, and hanging from the walls and the ceiling and along the floor, just tatters of ruined human skin. And the Fool is no longer in the tarot card.
In retrospect, that makes sense.
Also, a bit of skin flutters down and lands in front of you. This one doesn't have a tattoo of a symbol on it. It's a long stretch of skin. Too long to come from a person, you think? And there's text on it. This is a couplet.
What strand of the web must you now follow? You must find the herald of the hollow. Well, I got a name.
Everybody, give me an intellect roll.
Oh no. 7.
9.
9.
Ooh.
Sybil, you have a flash. It's like deja vu of a dream. Of you gathered with a group of friends, which is very, very much how Sybil likes to spend her weekends. with a group of friends camping? She's heard this term before. Herald of the Hollow. And then it's gone.
Does this put up any red flags for Sybil with, like, the hollow figure that Jim handed me?
That's between you and your dice.
As in, I need to roll for something?
No, I just will let you decide whether or not that's something that's a connection that Sybil makes.
Okay, that's a connection Sybil makes that means that Jim Summers is still a problem.
She just thinks he's cute. It's the bags under the eyes and the general acerbic, surly personality.
The worst power couple.
A journalist and a librarian?
Onwards and downwards, I suppose.
Yeah. What, if anything, do you guys make of the tarot cards? Specifically the quatrains. Are those meaning anything to you?
Oh yeah. Birdie is deeply unsettled and trying not to think about it in her way that she does.
I think Stan is actually going to, like, throw his to the floor and step on it a little bit.
Sybil will definitely pick it up when he's not looking.
Cool. And Sybil?
Yeah, it's hitting a little too close to some of her personal stuff for her comfort.
All right. You guys carry on into the cavern. You enter a chamber that is got a bit of a dome ceiling. There are a fair number of stalagmites in this chamber. Up above, got some hanging straws, and off to the right is actually the tour, where you see some like concrete has been poured to create a path with like railing on either side. The other two passages leading from this room, so that passage, the tour, the paved one, is going kind of... Do any of y'all think you brought a compass? Or have a good
traveler's pack? I don't know if that would include it.
I'll say that Stan probably has a good sense of north, south, east, west. This is his area. The tour goes northwest. The other two passages are variations of southwest.
The lake was northwest of here?
The lake is...
I'm pulling up the map.
It's, it's like northwest-ish. Almost north.
Mostly north.
Mostly north.
And we know that there was an entrance by the lake.
Yeah.
Is there flappy skin in any specific direction
Give me an
that
intellect.
we see skittering its way?
Give me an intellect roll.
Will this be perception?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, 17 plus the 3 for my perception. 30-20.
Kind of. It's not bonuses, you're bringing the difficulty down, it's the whole thing. What exactly are you looking for from the shredded flaps of skin?
I want to see if things are headed in a specific direction. If there seems to be one of these passages that's more used by than the others, specifically by bits of skin.
They are going to the most southwest tunnel.
Okay.
Well, I, for one, suggest we follow the tour group here. This thing likes people, and that's what's going to deliver it to them.
I mean, this place has been shut down for over 20 years.
Plus, it's easier walking on concrete than trying to traverse unknown caves.
Sure.
Plus, it's pretty damaging to natural cave features to touch them with your... Actually, we should all put gloves on. Don't touch any of the stalactites or stalagmites with your bare hands. Skin was incredibly damaging.
Stan's going to put a hand on your shoulder. I don't care all that much about the stalactite structures at this particular juncture. I'm going to be honest with you.
Stan takes 1 point of stress for anchoring a member of the Mark Twain Grotto.
Did you just tell Stan to take a point of stress?
Yeah, no, I understand he can't. His mechanics don't work that way.
It's the principle.
It's the...
That's to punish people who hurt natural geology.
You're a geology major, come on!
Yeah, come on, dude. Think
Yeah,
of
a couple more million years for...
Think of the future.
Okay.
Oh god, think of all the damage the skin flaps have been doing.
I to rebuild that.
Alright.
The skin flaps have ruined this place. I bet they've been flapping over everything.
Oh, yeah. No, it's disastrous.
How's Sybil doing?
Sybil's trying her hardest not to think about the skin skitters, the skin flaps, crawling around the walls of a cave. But also, I don't think she's gonna like lean in and be like, "What? I know we came down here to follow the lead and follow Skin to Tom. What is our goal? Now that I'm here."
Oh, I can't speak.
I was saying earlier. Sorry.
I can't speak for either of y'all, but I'm gonna find the thing that's been killing kids, and then I'm gonna deal with it.
I'm an archivist.
That's fair. That's a fair point. But, wait, which one of you two did I give the shotgun to?
Bernie.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking you're an archivist with a shotgun. In fact, you're an archivist standing next to somebody with a shotgun, which isn't that much better than just a regular archivist.
I have
I
a
can be
knife.
trusted with this.
Well, I mean... Yeah. I suspect then that we're thinking about turning around. A concept that I'm not altogether opposed to.
I'm not saying we should turn around, but if you're looking to find the thing and stop it, probably not following the specifically nice path would be the option. The skin stuff's going that way, not that way.
I did not pick up on that. Well done.
Oh.
Yeah, so you've got three passages before you. Gandalf doesn't remember which one to take. One of them is paved for the tour, one of them has skin skitters rushing down it, and then there's the middle one.
I got it. 3 passages, 3 people. Let's split up gang and look for clues.
A terrible idea if I don't say so myself.
I don't want to get stabbed.
And I think we'll either have plenty of time or no time, so I think I vote we follow the things. That's my position on it. Now that I see the things, I think the things are going the place we need to be.
Okay.
And agree.
All right.
You got one in the chamber, right?
Yeah, Bernie. Whatever you do.
However guns work.
The technical term is cycles or wrecks the shotgun.
Interesting point of order. The paved tunnel and the one that the skin skitters went down are both going downhill, and the middle one actually goes up. Other than the tour, they're fairly steep. They require a bit of careful footwork, so everybody give me a speed roll, and let me know if anybody's got skill with climbing.
11.
Okay. 9.
Also 9.
Oh, I will say, before we hit the steep and slick section here, Stan is going to grab the spray paint that he has from the graffiti that he and Bernie were doing and put a big old arrow pointing back at where they came from.
You hurt me in so many ways.
Yeah.
Listen, there are things more important than natural preservation at this current juncture.
Chapman, you're a geologist.
Stan's not. Also, even Chapman the geologist, if trapped in a cave with skin skitters, might consider putting some spray paint on a wall.
You raise good points.
No, he doesn't. I didn't know this was a horror campaign for me.
That's your mistake.
Apparently. Chapman's like, I'm going to play a joke character. Alright. So you guys head down, kind of climbing your way. It's a little touch and go, and at one point the tunnel does kind of narrow from above, and so there is a point where you're kind of going down, and it almost is, for Sybil, the word chimney comes to mind. with her back pressed against the other side of the tunnel and her feet as she kind of like works her way down. Everyone give me an intellect. Yeah, give me an intellect roll when you get to the bottom.
13.
16. And if it's a defense roll, I'm trained.
12.
12. It is just to make sure you avoid stepping into the massive pit.
That'll do it.
Gathered in the center of this room, gash in the stonework, but you can make your way around it. You are now faced with 3 more tunnels. One goes directly south, one goes north, and one goes about west.
Stan's going to put another arrow from where we're coming from so we can find our way back at the end of this.
Is there anything indicating, like, more skin skitters or something?
You can give me an intellect roll. 8. They appear to have split up. You hear the sound of skittering coming from the north and the west. And anybody who looks, the southern tunnel, if you step maybe 10 feet in and check, the most clear, still water you've ever seen has flooded the southern passage.
Oh, guess that makes our decision for us.
So if Bernie pulls out the map and she says, based off of where we've been, if we keep going west, there's a graveyard. Lots of unattended skin and graveyards. So we're quite below where any graveyard would be.
Yeah, the cavern starts off about 3 miles from the graveyard.
How far do we feel like we've walked?
Not far. You've made it 95 feet.
Oh,
from
cool.
the.
Brandy folds up the map and puts it back in her pocket.
Well, unless either of the two of you brought some scuba gear I'm unaware of, I think we only have one real option here.
Well, you've got 3 tunnels and only one of them is flooded.
And north and west both
there's
have
only
skittering.
2 that the skittering is coming from, right?
Yes.
Which are the open ones?
Yeah. All right, that's our pick then.
Which one?
Unless
Can I do
anyone
care-
has got an argument to the contrary.
Can I do careful observation again and see if I can tell which one we should go down? Which one looks more used?
Sure. This isn't the ability Cassie used to determine between 2 choices.
The gut feeling was a Cypher.
Oh, the gut feeling was a Cypher. Hey, gotcha here. Give me a roll.
9. I got nothing.
On a 9, Bernie, you're kind of looking. You're looking down the west tunnel. You're looking down the north tunnel. You hear like the sound of these fucking things coming from both, and then you realize why. And you slowly look up, and the ceiling, which is a bit of a ways above you, just kind of barely outside the range of your flashlights, is teeming.
Fantastic.
You found the nest, mostly. You know how bats will like congregate on the ceiling and sleep in clumps and clusters?
This is so much less cute than that.
Well, gotta be closer now.
Do we want to deal with while we're here?
I mean, I don't know what do you mean by deal with?
Anybody got things to light a fire?
I wouldn't recommend that. Not that I really have anything anyway. I think peaceful coexistence with those guys. They ain't done nothing to us yet.
I see the point.
Which way are you going, guys? North or west? They are approximately the same in terms of the angle of ascent. You have to start climbing up, regardless if you go west or north.
So the west puts us under the graveyard eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 miles.
It's as good a lead as any.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to put another arrow showing the path that they picked there.
All right. You begin your climb up. Give me a speed roll for your climbing.
13.
Okay.
5.
Ooh.
Three.
Okay. I'm going to also declare something, and I haven't used this mechanic yet, and I forgot. We are in horror mode.
Mm.
What that means for everyone at home is that in horror mode, once it's activated, you can basically trigger a nat 1 on a nat 1 or a nat 2. When that happens, the threshold goes up to a 3, and on and on and on and on.
So we're not at 3 yet.
Not yet. I'll say you didn't enter horror mode until after you got past the puzzle.
Good.
But also, a 3 and a 5 are not enough to ascend. It's just, you can't find the handholds. You didn't bring climbing gear. You're not climbers. You're not going to get up the Western Passage.
North it is.
What's that?
North it is. We were between the two.
They're both about the same here. Maybe we can give it a shot. Or, does my travel pack have any rope in it?
Presumably. I'll say sure.
Bernie, you looked like you were handling that one all right. Why don't you take one end of this, try and find something to tie off to up there, and 2 of us can follow you.
Okay, sounds good.
The rope is not long enough. The rope is 50 feet, and this is about 75.
How long is my noose?
No!
I do not believe the noose is going to get you that extra 25 feet.
I figured, but I was also, can I take a sec to, like, figure out what it does, or try to?
Sure.
Now that I'm thinking about rope and remembering I have it.
Okay.
I can assist in that if you let me know what you're doing. I have a skill in understanding magic. Also religion, but I'm gonna guess that one doesn't come into play here.
I'm trained in occultism and identifying, so
By our powers combined,
we should
You can say
know what
that's
this spooky
magical.
rope
Yeah, give me a roll.
does. That I've got occultism and identifying, and then if Stan's helping me. 3?
Yep. So you rolled an 8? Okay. It still retains the power to... You're not sure how long, but you believe that this noose can bind Skin Tom. There's enough power, enough vestiges of power to trap the once hung Skin Tom, if only for a short time.
Good to know. Could be useful. Hopefully useful.
Could be fun.
Could be fun.
Could be fun.
Could be fun.
Okay.
So with the rope tied off and 25 feet left to climb, does that decrease the challenge level of the climb?
Like, could I find a resting point for them, since it's not a vertical climb, but kind of a scramble? Is there, like, a big rock they could go to partway up?
It's pretty close to a vertical. It's an 82.41 degree climb.
Well, my thinking is, so really, we only have to climb the 25 feet until we get to the rope. So rather than trying to make it up a 75-foot rock wall, we're really trying to make it up a 25-foot rock wall.
I'm being pedantic on this one, but it's a 50-foot rope total. You have to find something to tie it off to.
Okay. Well, I mean, even so, like, any amount of rope we get, right? Like, even if it ends up being... I mean, well, I guess that's the first question. Are we able to tie it off at all?
I would say that yes, you could, but it would be 10 feet past... What is that? 5, 10, 12 feet past. There is something you could tie it off to. Let's say a column. I am going to say that this climb will not work because Sybil rolled a 3 and a 5. I think on those rolls you will have to find another way.
Okay. And the other passage, so we have 3 passages. One of them is flooded. The other one, this one we just tried, the other one's about the same incline?
It's about the same incline, but you might have a better chance climbing it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Or you can always go back to that first room and take the middle tunnel and see where that leads.
Fair enough.
Do we think Skin Tom is necessarily going to be this way? We followed the skin flaps because we thought that was where he would be. And we found the skin flap nest, but no Skin Tom.
Well, at this point, yeah, we're just trying what works, right?
Since we are here in this room already, we might as well try that other passage. If we can't get up it, we can always go back.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
We could do the walking tour. I wonder if they have informational placards.
Oh, yes. Bernie. You are now in a crossroad. So you've scrambled all the way up. You're at the top. You tried to see if the column... It was a good plan. It didn't quite work. The rope just wasn't long enough. In this chamber, there are 4 passages. To the south is also flooded. There is a passage continuing west. There's the one you just climbed up, and there is also one going north.
Do I see anything interesting down any of these passages?
Death. I will say, looking up the north passage, which is also a climb, but it's not nearly the same climb you had to make before. It kind of looks like it's aiming for the same place as basically the northward passage from the room you just left.
Okay.
So you're pretty sure that if Sybil and Stan go north, and if you go north, you will intersect. And not far. We're talking 30 to 40 feet.
I'm going to call down to them, hey guys, I'm going to try something. And then pull the rope up.
Okay. Hang on.
Bernie has already started moving.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, she's going to die.
And then tie the rope at the north passage and throw it down and say, go check out the other passage to see if they can see the rope and we can confirm that it's the same thing.
So you're going north?
Yep.
Okay, so you will have to roll to climb that.
This is a good idea.
Okay.
12?
12? Okay. It takes a minute, and you scramble. You're working up a sweat, which is actually kind of nice because caves are fairly chilly. But you clamber your way up, and you reach the top, and you just put your hand in a puddle of water.
Good.
And it's cold. It is blisteringly cold. But as you, scramble up, you've kind of come to a lip into a wider cavern. The whole thing is not flooded, just basically where you came out at. the water kind of has cut away. It almost looks ready to start pouring down. Next time it rains, the tunnel you just climbed up, the passage you just climbed up, is absolutely going to fill with water. In the center of the chamber is a massive column with just like stalactites and stalagmites circling it. And to the left, where I said the water was, the chamber actually continues for another 40, 50 feet, and it's just water. And you can even, like, you just see the single ripples, and you actually hear the, like, a bit of a splash, as the ripples from just your hand going in, pushing over. And if you turn your flashlight, I think you have just enough light distance to see that at the far end of this chamber, on the far side of the water, is another passage going west. But yeah, if you look down, and you guys, if you're still down there at the bottom, you can look up and you see Bernie's flashlight.
All right. Yeah, that.
Might as well try now, yeah.
So there is a problem for any mathematically minded people. Bernie climbed up from the room Sybil and Stan are in. Bernie climbed up 75 feet. And then she climbed up again 90 feet.
So she's very far away.
Yeah.
Oh, you said they joined up. You said it'd be quick.
I said that you're pretty sure they intersect, and they did.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm going to try and climb it anyway.
When that happens, Bernie,
I feel like I've made a bad life choice here.
Give me an intellect roll.
Damn it. Anything help with this? Any specific sort of intellect roll? I've got physics skills.
Is it perception, basically? Unless you have...
Perception.
Okay.
18 with a level of perception.
Yep. Bernie, you kind of like turn your flashlight back and forth. There is a tunnel heading out of this central chamber down to the northeast. You glance down, and with an 18, you can see all the way into the elevator room.
Oh.
It's a straight shot.
Oh, okay. I like that.
We'll say I got a 12 to climb.
It's not pretty. Stan is not a goat. Stan clambers his way up, hoofing and huffing, and deposits himself after 165 feet ascent.
Is it a speed or a might roll to climb this?
I am going to say I'll let you roll either.
Not that I have anything that helps me either way. I just wanted to know what pool it was.
In a very realistic sense, it would probably be a speed for the first, like, quarter to a half, and then a might for the rest of just holding on and clambering up.
Either way, I'm going to put into levels of effort.
Okay. Cool.
I've got a 10.
With 2 levels of effort? Sybil, it's a 10. Okay. It's a little more graceful than Stan. Stan, I feel like you roll out the top and just kind of lie on your back for a second going...
Immediately lights a cigarette. Just, God damn it.
Sybil, you clamber up and kind of hoist yourself up over the edge. You're a bit out of breath. You don't really do out in the field. But on some level, I think with 2 levels of effort, but like you're feeling kind of good. You're feeling kind of good. You feeling kind of alive. Sybil's thinking about getting like a standing desk with a treadmill. She's thinking, I could be the kind of person who gets a standing desk with a treadmill. Even half a second before dismissing it outright, for half a second, Sybil even contemplates getting a membership to a rock climbing club. No. Delusional.
Shake off the intrusive thoughts.
Okay. You are all back together again, and nothing bad happened to anyone while they were alone.
Woo!
This time.
Nope, that's not the lesson I'm taking from this.
Everyone roll me a perception.
Well,
18.
plus a level of trained.
Cool.
15.
15, 18, and 12 with a level of trained?
Yeah.
You all see the human-sized figure. If not human-shaped figure.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Detach itself from the wall where one of your flashlights is idly pointing and skulks around the backside of the huge column dominating the center of the room. And it's gone.
I'm for sure good at being sensitive.
Yeah, give me an intellect roll. To perceive.
I'll put a level of effort on that.
Okay.
16.
Your sensitive perception crackles like radio static in this chamber. It's definitely not gone. But it is out of sight. Isn't that just the way?
That's just the way.
And that's where we'll end for today.
Yeah, I don't like it. Don't like it.
Does anyone else want to give me an intellect roll for perception?
Yes. No. I'm so sorry. I got a 1 again. And we're in horror.
Classic Jenny. Here we go.
Horror mode goes up from 2 to 3. Oh.
I don't like how happy he looks.
Bernie. Whatever this figure was launches itself from the darkness of the ceiling and slams into Bernie, knocking her to the ground and writhing atop of her. And I will say, in these moments before we cut, there's a reason this thing is somewhere between human and inhuman. It's a bunch of skin skitters. That have congealed? Into their closest approximation of a human form.
Nice.
Entrepreneurial little fuckers.
Maybe they're friendly. They just wanted a hug.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't burn them down earlier. That ought to be worth something.
3 points of stress.
Yeah.
To Bernie.
If I'm in stress level 3 now, that's fine, right?
Oh.
Am I like almost dead?
Not
No.
If you get up one more level of stress, every subsequent point of stress counts as a serious injury. So you are close to being close to dead, which is fun.
Great.
All right, everyone.
You love to hear it.
How we feeling?
This is great. I'm having so much fun.
I'm glad.
Bernie's not. Jenny is.
I'm glad.
Black fire burned in the remains of the Barium Deep Mortuary and Funeral Home, and Beatrice B. Larkin was nowhere to be found. The sheriff surveyed the wreckage. The old bird had put up one hell of a fight. Something wound tightly in the back of Amelia's thoughts. She wasn't a fool. She knew Monument Peak was strange. People believed all sorts of nonsense out in these parts. Her own mother had professed her psychic powers all of Amelia's childhood before up and dying of unforeseen lung cancer. The sheriff's eyes flicked up to Bee's old-school CCTV camera. She pulled out the VHS tape, inserted it into Bee's VCR, and hit play. As she watched the old CRT TV, that single strand of skepticism she'd been hanging by finally snapped. Skinless men, black fire that didn't burn, monsters had come to Monument Peak, and Amelia didn't know how to protect them.